Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga reaction to One Piece Manga Chapter 1076. Yeah, this chapter came out a lot earlier than it normally does. It normally comes out today, but I'm typically in school when this happens, and I'm about to go to school, so I decided that I have, probably not enough time to actually do this, but still, I wanted to see if I could do my reaction and review of this chapter right now and see what's going to go on in this chapter, and also to prevent myself from being spoiled even more than I probably have. I don't think I've seen anything. I've seen a color page, but it didn't really register in my head what it was, but I think I saw Shanks, so we'll get to see exactly what I saw right now going into the chapter, and because we're talking about old friends, that could literally be anything in One Piece, as apparently One Piece is going to get the cover of Shonen Jump this week, which is nice. Of course, it looks good. We get to see Luffy, Chopper, as well as Vegapunk on the cover. No surprises there. As we get more into the chapter proper, yep, it has a color page, so we're not going to be continuing the story of going into the Germa Double Six's emotionless voyage or emotionless journey, but this color page is still very cool. Love how all the characters look in this, especially, Nico, Robin, Nami, they look nice, and, Sanji, Zoro, all of them look very, very nice. But let's get more into the chapter. Oh yeah, I forgot what we were doing last week. Yeah, we were finding the Seraphim, as we have Zoro just coming in. It's like, let's say we free you guys, talking to Rob Lucci and Kaku. I can't see you letting us cuff you again later. That's not true. When we're out of danger, we'll put these restraints back on without a fight. And that's just Kaku just looming, and then you just have freaking Luffy's like, really? In that case, sure. And you just have Zoro saying he's obviously lying, as we just see freaking not the Shanks, the Mihawk Seraphim charging at Zoro, or charging at them with a slashing attack. Ooh, that looks good. And yeah, but luckily enough they are able to dodge it. Oh, ow! It's a wrong. Oh, is it? Oh no, he hits him with a Ronkaku kick. Cause I was wondering, it's like he looks like it was his sword, but no, it was his actual leg. Hits him with like a bladed kick, and luckily enough, Zoro and Luffy are able to get Kaku and Lucci out of the way just in time. Oh no, I was wrong. That is a sword, and it's like, what? Isn't that the dice fruit's power? Das Bones is fruit. Oh, Mihawk Seraphim is a literal walking sword. Oh my gosh, that's actually awesome. This is like glub glub. Ooh, it is like, see, Veronora, you keep having to save us. You won't get anywhere like this. CP0, let me ask, what was your mission here? As you just have Rob Lucci's like, eliminate all 7 Vegapunks. Lucci, just don't blurt it out like that, coming from freaking Kaku. It's funny. Rob Lucci is just very bloods, and you just have Shaka's like, and I take it that you won't let Stussy off the hook given her betrayal? As you just have him like, that's right, I won't show her any mercy. As you just have Kaku's like, are you trying to convince them not to save us? As you have someone laughing, Kia, or someone screaming, Kia. Ooh, someone's in danger. Also, yeah, it's really early in the morning, so a lot of cars are going by, but then you just have them having a conversation. You just have a freaking Zoro's like, that was Nami. All 4 of those things must be running wild. How were we meant to protect everyone on top of the 7 Vegapunks? Hey, Helmet, give me the cuff keys. Toss. I'll leave the decision in your hands. Just please, protect the Stella at all costs. Okay, as you have Luffy having the keys, and it's like, when those 4 guys are out of the way, and you realize you can't beat me, you won't be a sore loser and go after my friends and the Vegapunks, right? And this is coming from Luffy. And it's like, you idiot, these guys won't fall for a taunt like that. Fat chance, you're the top priority on my hit list, you straw-hatted bastard. I won't go out of order, but your friends won't outlive you for long. He took the bait, yes. Like Rob Lucci. Okay, I like this. I like Rob Lucci, like, he doesn't have like any type of animosity necessarily for Luffy, but he has a grudge. He has a specific grudge against Luffy. And it's hilarious how much of a grudge he actually has against Luffy, but also doesn't really have like, it's not like he wants revenge. He just has this like unrequited grudge against him that he's like, you literally beat me up. I am not going to kill anyone until you're dead first. It's not even really hatred or revenge. He's petty. That's the thing. Rob Lucci is petty, and that's just great. As we see one of the other Seraphim, the Kuma Seraphim, using Ursus. But before he can even give it a chance, we see the cuffs are off. He uses the shock, and whoa, it destroys a large chunk out of the building. But luckily enough, yep, they all escaped. Get a foot, gum. Sorry about this, Bonnie, as he goes gear fourth. Ooh, that's actually, we haven't seen him go gear fourth in a hot minute. As we also see Rob Lucci going into his, like, he goes into his, like, awakened form, I believe? No, it's not awakened. We don't see any of the black clouds. As he's like, Kong gun. As he's like, six king gun. Ooh, and he just freaking... he does massive damage to this Seraphim of Kuma, as we have not Rob Lucci, as we have both Kaku and Zoro go after the Seraphim that looks like Mihawk, as we have Zoro using Purgatory Onigiri, and Kaku's like Tempest Kick, White Thunder, and just really, it doesn't seem like it does any damage to them, but it's able to send these Seraphim flying through the wall. As we cut to the deep within the lab. Ooh, what is going on? Ooh, it's like, need food. We haven't had a decent meal in over 2 months. What? I wonder if we'll ever be allowed to leave. Are we gonna die here? Oh, World Government Intelligence, CP5, CP7, and CP0 agents. Okay, so yeah, no, Vegapunk was literally kidnapping people. Okay, that's fun. They're world government, like dogs, world government people, so it's fine. It's like 2 months back when we were sent to set sail after our inspection of Egghead. Those weaponized sea beasts attacked us, and we were brought back to the island. Then all of the other agents that came to look into our disappearance met the same fate. Ooh, is this Vegapunk? It's just like, you see something like ... So I figured you were the one behind it all. Dr. Vegapunk? Jangle. Sorry, I'm afraid I had no idea to think this has happened on Egghead right under my nose. What? Okay, so there is... Oh, wow. Wow. Is that... Those must be... What type of handcuffs are those? Sea stone? As you have things like, how troubling. This whole affair... Sorry about that. Vegapunk continues saying, how troubling. This whole affair has been baffling from the start. Word leaking to the government about our research into the poneglyphs should have been impossible. The Navy has successfully deployed from branch G9. Oh, we're cutting somewhere else. We have over 100 ships of all sizes en route, all heading for Egghead. Understood. Ooh, oh, a bar at a small port. Ooh, this is getting interesting. I think this may actually be, Hellbath on a certain island in the New World. Take me with you. Take me with you. Take me. Come on. Ooh, who is saying this? Don't be dumb. There's no way I'd bring a hot-headed kid like you. Oh, it's Shanks. Oh, Shanks is on Hellbath. Oh, no. Why don't you give it up? You'll make all the other captains jealous. No way. I really look up to the chief. Boss, that bastard actually attacked us. No far. They've just been scraping with our youngsters. But what do you want to do? Seems like it'll turn into a full-on battle suit. And Shanks is like, I don't know whether you call this good or bad timing. We were just about to set off. Oh, it shakes. Guess I lost track of time. Catching up with everyone. Can't be helped when you suddenly come across old friends you thought were dead. Oh, what? Ooh, what? Who could he be talking about? Also, title of the chapter. Alright, I think, unless it's like an extremely loud car noise, I'm going to continue going. But you have, like, just everyone else. I think Lucky Roo, Ben Beckman, as well as Yasop, they're timing in. It's like, the enemy's gonna be pissed at you for keeping them waiting. Yeah, you can't talk, Beck. Didn't you really think he's the only one they're mad at? Ooh, let's set sail. So we're really doing this, Chief? Oh, as everyone's like, you're going out there to fight Shanks? I'd never let this island become a war. I know those faces, I know those faces, I know those faces, I know this. Oh, he's so dreamy. I don't want to cause any major trouble here. Hey, Dory! Broggy! Can you lend me a hand? Sure, brother. I don't mind. Before that, can you go check something for me, Rockstar? You have a message for Captain Kidd? Yeah. Let's do it, Red Hair. He has a choice. He can either hand over his load poneglyph rubbings and scram, or he can risk fighting me. The island is actually Elbaf, the home of the most powerful warriors around. Yes, this is what I saw, but I didn't see Dory. Oh my gosh! And there's also no. This is my thought. I didn't think this was Dory and Baragi. I thought it was the two people in the back from Water 7, which makes so much sense because of Lucci and Kaku. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Oh, and all of these people know the Straw Hat Pirates. Of like, if the Straw Hat Pirates have came to Elbaf, that would have been great. Warland, Elbaf, New World. Those ships on the horizon are all his, including the one lagging behind? What? ... They're allies of the Redhead Pirates. Every one of them seems like a big shot, and they're all sworn to the Emperor. Last time, it was completely one-sided. They took your arm before we even got a glimpse of Redhead himself. Fa. Oh, so that means that he never actually got to meet Red Hair. That's interesting. They won't settle for an arm this time. Make way. The sheep's coming through. Chief! Oh wow, you just have so many like captains and so many people just clinging on to Shanks. I'm so glad to see you, Chief. You too, Beckman. I feel like we totally owe you protection money. We don't do that. They'll take your life instead. Only if I lose. Oh, and there's a break next week? Bold Warriors face off. Yo. Alright, review time. This was amazing and unexpected. There's a fair amount of information that we got in this chapter. Also, this is just more proof that Egghead is not going to be your more traditional One Piece story arc. We have cut over to, like, several different locations. And, you know what, let's go in, like, sequential order. We get to see Rob Lucci and Kaku fighting alongside Zoro and Luffy. That was something that we could have obviously expected. We see that they are going to be taking on respective Seraphim. Luffy as well as Luffy and Rob Lucci are going against the Seraphim that is of Kuma, and then you have Zoro and Kaku going up against Mihawk. And there's a fair amount that was revealed. The fact that this Mihawk Seraphim has the not the cut fruit, but like the dice fruit that belonged to Das Bones, which makes sense because he was at the very least in the custody of the world government for a significant amount of time, so it makes sense that they would have his blood. But the fact that they're working together in this moment is very much amazing, and we get a cool double-page spread of them actually fighting and at the very least sending them back. But what's even more interesting is the fact that Vegapunk is still on the island, but he got locked up, and apparently someone really more or less attacked him and restrained him. We don't know if he's being restrained with like Sea Prism Stone, but that is a possibility. But yeah, no, there is definitely a traitor on this island. We don't know who it is, but at the very least, we know that they attacked Vegapunk, locked him up in an area where only they apparently know, because apparently no one knew. So that means that what Lilith was saying at the beginning of this arc about having no idea what was going on with the CP0, yeah, that was actually fairly accurate, because she wouldn't have known, because no one knew, not even the main Stella body. So yeah, no, there is definitely a traitor on this island, and it may most likely than not be one of the satellite bodies. I'm putting my money on Shaka now, and I do not think that is Lilith, because if it was Lilith, she would have known about this. And also, I don't think she's very great at lying, even though she's evil. But yeah, that was a cool and nice reveal. But even with the second half of this chapter, what was also great is the reveal of like what's going on with the Redhead Pirates. We actually learn a lot about Shanks and the Redhead Pirates in this chapter, especially when it comes to the title of Old Friends. We see that at the very least, Shanks has a good rapport with the people on Elbaf, which is going to be great because Luffy is eventually going to have a great rapport with like the people on Elbaf. And you could tell that it was Elbaf, even though they said it's on a certain island. The house structure is definitely that of Elbaf. The size of the house in comparison to the ships, it's obvious that they're in Elbaf. So that was something that we could have predicted. And we see like the little kid at the bar. He looks like a giant with the helmet. So that's great, but just also it's fun that the barkeep also has a crush on Shanks, and Shanks is revealed to have relations with the pirates or the Elbaf people, the giants, which that's great. Shanks has always had like a Norse mythology theme to him, so it makes sense that he would have connections with Elbaf. But we actually learn a little bit more about him. The fact that he actually has like allies. He actually has people allied with his crew. We always assume that, oh yeah, he's just had this one ship and no one else. But no, he does have like allied pirates, which pretty much shows more of the parallels between Shanks as well as Luffy, because even though Luffy also has allies, they work underneath him, but you know, he doesn't charge them. Apparently Shanks doesn't charge them as well. But what is even more interesting is that we're actually going to be seeing conflict between the freaking punk pirates, the kid pirates, versus Shanks. And we learn a little bit more about what happened during the 2-year time skip when it came to Kid, that he actually lost his arm not in a fight with Shanks but with his like allied crew members. And that's actually interesting, which means that he actually, even though he has a grudge against Shanks, he never was able to actually fight against him, but now he's even more confident that he's going to be able to take on Shanks. Now, is he going to win? No, he's definitely not. But is he going to put up a fight? Most likely. He's going to be taking out some allies, but I highly doubt that he's going to win. So I think what's probably going to happen is that Kid's going to have his poneglyph rubbings taken by Shanks, as well as Law's going to have his taken by Blackbeard. Then Blackbeard and the Shanks pirates are going to meet. Someone's going to take the rubbings from one of them, and then there's just going to be Luffy alone. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, what if it actually ends up with like Luffy versus Blackbeard, and then Shanks had the poneglyph rubbings because they were on Elbaf? Now, here's the issue that I have with this. Are they actually going to be going to Elbaf now? I have no idea, because of the fact that it's also revealed that Dory, Brogy, as well as I forgot the other pirates, but they were the other giants that were very close friends to Usopp from Water 7, Enies Lobby. So it makes sense that we get to see them there, and they all made it back to Elbaf. You know what? That's great. I'm glad that we got to see them, and it just makes like thematic sense that we will see them in Elbaf, because it was more or less set up that this was going to be the case. So overall, this was a very amazing chapter. I really enjoyed it a lot. There was just so much that we can talk about in this chapter, even going into a 2-week break. So it's going to be cool to see what the community is going to be talking about with this chapter, and I can probably already tell what it is. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this chapter, and this is pretty much my review. So let me ask you, what did you think of the chapter? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What was your favorite part? Me personally was the reveal, even though I was kind of spoiled for it, but not really. But leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. I'm going to probably change that up in a little bit, and probably just ask you to subscribe in some very unique and wacky way. But if you enjoyed the video, do whatever you want, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye! Huh. Oh no.